Hello, everyone. Alfred Cromwell here from City Tutoring. Here is you're going to see on my screen here, a quiz that I want you to have a look at this. And if you are an Algebra II student, I want you to take this quiz. Now, I don't care when you take it, but I want you to let me know in the comments when you do make a comment down below what your score was. I'm going to provide you with the answers in the right now, but just pause the video, take the quiz. You should do it on pen and paper or with pencil, preferably if you need to erase. So there's part A and part B. Part A and part B. Right? Make sure that when you do these, you show all the steps that you did, show all the justification for the reasoning behind your responses. You don't have to show the reasoning in the comments section. Just tell me how you scored. And the benchmark is this, right? So here it is: the first six problems. This was a quiz that I gave recently, a pop quiz, because I'm not satisfied with a lot of students and how they're doing exponents. So I decided to give them a pop quiz over at City Tutoring last Saturday. And yes, we have classes on Saturday. Oh yeah, we do not. There's only one day of rest for me, and that is Sunday. That just has to do with my convictions. I don't believe in the concept of a weekend. But anyway, we do Saturday morning classes for sure, and we do mathematical boot camps and all of that. So these are the first six problems here, and so the second part B, 7 through 12, it says the replacement set for each variable is the set of positive real numbers. So notice I'm being very clear on what I want here, right? And I double checked that I made sure that the quiz was typed correctly, so there are no errors in the expression. I don't want to hear from people saying, "Oh, there's a parenthesis." It's exactly what you see. These are the expressions that I want you to tackle, right? There's nothing missing. There are no mistakes in the parentheses, so I don't want to hear that excuse. Like I've heard before, somebody once said, "Oh, you're missing a bracket." No, that like number 9, for example, I meant it exactly as that. There are brackets, and inside the brackets there are two parentheses. The first parentheses is a to the fourth. The second parentheses is a to the negative 3/5, and it is being raised. There is an exponent of 3/2 outside the brackets. All right, so have a look. Have a look at these problems. You can pause the video, of course, if you need to write them down. Write down the problems, pause the video, and then I'm going to give you the solutions in the follow-up part, and you let me know. Now, if you scored less than an 80% correct, you've got a problem. And if you're in Algebra 2 and you're not scoring at least an 80% correct on this, we need to really discuss what's going on with your math classes and what gaps you might be having in your knowledge of the exponential rules. So, one of the things that I always tell students is if I see that there's a pattern, like let's say you're in Algebra 2 and I see that there's a pattern of getting answers or not understanding some of the material, we reevaluate whether or not you should be in Algebra 2. Perhaps it might be more appropriate for you to be in Algebra 1. And remember, we've always said, I'm not looking for stars, I'm not looking for geniuses, I'm looking for students who actually struggle with math and want to improve their math scores. Right? We're not in a competition as to who is the best, and I don't even use the term gifted. I don't like to use terms like that. I like to use terms that are appropriate for what you want. Right now, there are a lot of gifted people out there, but that the mission of City Tutoring is to make the mathematical thinking and rigor accessible to you as well. So anyway, I'm going to now share the answers. If anything is not clear, let me know. But definitely let me know in the comments down below what you scored, what you thought of these problems, whether you get them in your school. I'm curious to hear what's going on in the schools. Right? I'm telling you, I'm very curious because I recently gave this to an honors class in a local public school. I don't want to mention which one for privacy reasons, but the students were not happy with their scores, and they realized some of the gaps that they are starting to have. And these are students who have the unfortunate situation of having the Common Core imposed upon them. Now, just as a disclaimer, right? The Common Core in itself, this is not a critique of the Common Core in and of itself. It is a critique of the implementation of the Common Core and how it is failing so many students across America and teachers too, because a lot of teachers they're not trained to implement it properly. So anyway, have a look, do your work, and let me know once I share the answers how many correct you got. Thank you. All right, here we go. For question number one, you should have had the answer of 1 over 8. 1 over 8. For question number two, your answer should be 2/5. And I'm writing them on the board that you have it. Number three, your answer should have been 7 to the third. I'd be very concerned if you got number three wrong. That should be one of the easiest ones. They're all easy, but number three should be. Number four, you should have had 1 as your final answer. Number five, you should have had 1 over 8. 1/8 is the answer, is the correct answer. Number six, the answer is 4. Easy, right? That should have been easy too. Number seven, your answer should be 2xy. Number eight, your answer should be 2 over xy squared. Two over xy squared. Number nine, your solution should be a to the 5th exponent. All right, let's go down to number 10. Number 10 should be x to the 17 over 60. Number 11, your answer should be 1. Number 12, your answer should be a minus b. This is a difference of squares. And you should be familiar at this point with the concept of the difference of squares. So let me know what you got, how many, just put the fraction in how many correct out of the 12. So if you got 10 correct, you put 10 out of 12. 11, 11 out of 12. That's how you get percentages, by the way. You always get your percentage by dividing how many you get correct uh, by the total number of questions, depending on, unless they specify otherwise, that some of them are worth more than others. But in this case, it would just be the fraction of how many you got correct over the total. So if this video was helpful, if you liked these problems, if you enjoyed it, please continue to subscribe. I am eternally grateful, like I've said to many a times before. I keep saying it to everyone. I really do appreciate you. I am here for you. I have been working nonstop for the past several days, trying to bring content out to you. Today's Saturday, so probably next, not tomorrow, not on the Lord's Day, but Monday, I might bring you some, for those of you interested in advanced mathematics, a real analysis we're going to be doing. Because I know some people have asked me, they said, why don't you do some real analysis? I want you to do some more advanced mathematics. So a lot of my subscribers, though, are at the high school level, and some of you are just starting out in college. So you need to brush up on this. If you didn't do well on this, let us know. See how we can help you out here at City Tutoring, because we offer a lot of algebra courses. And the foundations here, like I said, they're very rigorous. We do it from we use Dolciani, by the way, as our main textbooks, but we also use other sources as well. But they're all very rigorous sources. None of this Cengage nonsense. We don't use Cengage at City Tutoring. We don't use this what is it called, Larson, Hostetler, Edwards nonsense. We do it the old school way here, and we get results. And you're going to see next week, I'm probably going to get some students together, and they're going to share their testimonies with you all, how their lives have changed because of the math classes that they've taken over at City Tutoring, how their perspective, they started as failures in school. They thought they had no hope. They had teachers who just gave up on them, teachers who were not interested in doing their job, teachers who were more interested in politics instead of teaching the students math. They had an agenda to push. Here, our only agenda is to push truth and what is correct. and doing things the right way, doing it the right way because it's going to help you in the long run. And that's why we don't do this whole participation trophy nonsense. We don't do this whole, oh, you're a wonderful person because you tried. No, we say you got to keep trying. Trying is, of course, is an admirable thing, but it's not just trying, it's actually doing. Trying will get you there. Hard work will get you to where you need to be, but it's not just enough. Just hard work is not sufficient. You got to work smarter as well. I hear a lot of people, I've been talking to lots of people about finance lately, and they've been saying to me the same. They said, I used to think that working hard alone was enough to become successful financially. No, it's also being financially savvy. It's also knowing what your objectives are and being responsible with money. It's not just the hard work. The hard work, of course, is a given, right? Everyone should be working hard, but work hard and smart, right? We often hear just the one side of it. You could be working very hard and not making wise use of your money. We have a lot of people in America today who just squander away their money. In fact, the most recent statistics said almost 70%. I can't remember. You can correct me in the comments, but this is going off the top of my head. More than about 70% of Americans, or more than half at least, are not do not save their money. They do not save their money, and they don't have and I'm talking about people who do have the capacity, who do have the capability to save money, but they don't. They either are consumerists rather than savers. They are not investors, and so they squander away their hard-earned money, actually, and then they start getting a feeling of despair. And in a lot of cases, they start blaming other people for their own failures. We have that in America today, unfortunately. It's a growing problem. It's a growing cancer in this country. We used to be known as a very hardworking, self reliant nation. But nowadays, there's a lot of Americans out there who blame other people for their own misfortune, right? So rather than looking to see what decisions you've made, they blame the corporations, or they blame a specific CEO, as we've seen recently. I don't want to mention who, but I don't want to give anyone publicity, but you get what I'm trying to say. And there's a lot of people like that, unfortunately. And it's the wrong attitude of mind. It is a spiritual, it is a moral, it is a personal problem. The problem of envy, and the problem of not having your priorities and your morals straightened out. So thank you for watching, and I appreciate you all. I am here for you. What you see is what you get here, and some people like that, some people don't. But I am what I am, and I believe in truth, and I believe in speaking truth to the people, and I do it for God as well. Thank you.